Good evening, guys, and welcome back to Confidence Cafe. I'm Andreea Zoia, your host, and I'm super delighted to welcome you back to another Confidence Cafe version and session. Today, we are going to talk about how you at home can lose all that weight that you've been putting on during this pandemic. Now, I know, the world has lots of problems. But that's why Confidence Cafe is here, to create a cozy place where you can just sit down in your chairs at home, have a coffee, have a tea, whatever you like to drink, and allow me and my amazing guests to give you a boost of caffeine, of confidence, motivation, and to be a cozy place that is just away from whatever is happening right now in our world. I know. So even though many people have bigger problems, and you would say, yeah, who cares about weight? Well, I know that many of my friends and many of you have told me here on YouTube and on Instagram, yeah, so many banana cakes, so many cookies, so many pancakes, so much flour and eggs and sugar and sitting at home. And I said, since I have the Confidence Cafe and since you are interested, let me help you lose that weight faster than you even think it's possible, because my amazing guest is, in my opinion and in other people's opinion, one of the top fitness instructor, transformational coach. She's a mental and physical transformational coach. She provides lots of programs for hundreds of people. And if you follow her on Instagram, you will realize that when she speaks, she literally, guys, she gives you life. So welcome back to Confidence Cafe, and please help me welcome this super amazing Dina!
I love you so much.
Thank you.
I love your energy. You're incredible. That's one of the reasons why I adore you so much.
Shukran.
You are really an amazing coach. That's why I always big you up, because it's not only about how well you present, but the energy that you give off. I mean, honestly, you radiant. And thank you so much for having me here.
I want you to please enjoy your coffee.
And it matches my outfit. Oh, cheers, you all.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining us.
And does coffee help us to lose weight?
Well, I mean, it does help speed up the heart rate a bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when the heart rate is beating, you may be burning a little extra calories.
And what is your secret for looking so slick, even though you are at home? And I know you're working on your program, but what's your secret, and how can people at home lose those 3, 4, 5, 10 kilograms that they've put on?
Well, to start with is switching our mindset. Okay, I think this is the most important thing in the beginning, especially because majority of the time, people, they want to start a program, they want to start dieting and working out because they're not happy with their body. They want to lose weight. And that's what kind of pushed them to make that decision that, you know what, I need to start now because I'm nowhere how I used to look before. That's usually most of the time, yeah? But when we switch our mindset into, you know what, how am I going to be in 10 years, 20 years if I really don't take care of my health? Everything that we put inside of our body automatically affects the way that we think and the way that we feel. Now, to keep this short and not to be too scientific, we have a nerve in our body called the vagus nerve, and it innervates from our brain. It goes down into our digestive tract, our gut right here, okay? Now, it has a bidirectional communication pathway. What that means is that there's messages that are going up to the brain and to the stomach. But the interesting thing is 80% of those messages are going from the stomach to the brain. So that means, that's why they say, I have a gut feeling. You know what I mean? It doesn't come from nowhere. So whatever we eat, whatever we put inside of our body, if it's medicine, anything that we put inside our body automatically has a direct effect on our brain. So that's why it's very important to keep in mind that sometimes people feel, lazy or sluggish, or they don't feel well.
Yes. Lazy, sluggish.
It could be from the kind of foods that we're eating. And a lot of the times people think that they're eating very healthy, but they're really not.
I know it's a big topic, and I know that you've shot over 100 videos in your latest program.
Yep.
So obviously here, in 45 minutes, we can say so much. And by the way, I want to say 2 super important things. Number 1, Dina is generous enough, because she has a big heart, to offer one of you a seat in her 3 months coaching program.
I wish I could offer it to everyone, but I'm not at that level yet. So I can offer one now.
And also, 45 minutes into the show, you are more than welcome to start to give us Q&A. The best question, the best comment is going to win one seat in her coaching program. So we are going to speak for about 45 minutes, and then for 15 minutes, the floor is on to you. Of course, the Confidence Cafe is for you. After we give you the coffee and the confidence, we want to hear all the questions that you have.
I would love to hear it.
Yes, and so because you are in Confidence Cafe,
Yes.
I want to know, how do you define confidence?
Ooh.
Or what is a confident woman to you?
That's a tough one.
I know,
because
whatever
confidence I see it in many different aspects, many different ways, not just, you could be confident in different things, not confident as a whole person. I think confidence, if I were to break it down in simple words, would be authenticity, because majority of the time we're so concerned about how our people are portrayed, how people think of us. We're like, oh my God, maybe I'm not good enough. Oh, they're gonna judge me, this and that. But when we put all of that to the side and we're completely ourselves, even we don't mind our imperfections, even when we're not the best at a certain topic, but we still put ourselves out there, not trying to be perfect and knowing that's okay. I think this is like one of the main aspects of being confident, is knowing that, who cares? Just be you. Don't worry about what people are thinking. Don't worry about being perfect at everything.
How was this process for you? Because I don't know if you have always been like this. I know I adore you. I know I follow you online, but
Yeah.
I also know that you've had a huge physical transformation.
Yeah.
So when you had the overweight, how many more kilograms did you have at that time?
I was almost 90 kilo.
And were you able to feel super comfortable?
I was at the time.
You were?
I didn't know, I really didn't realize how much I gained the weight. I thought, okay, I put some weight, but I was always this happy, confident girl, it didn't even occur to me.
And now are you, you're 60? 58?
Now I'm 65, maybe, something like that,
so that's 25 kilograms.
Yeah, but I got I became 50 kilo.
Yes.
So that's why I really emphasize on the mindset, because just because I started working out and I had a positive mindset in the beginning, it started to switch because of the way I used to talk to myself. I used to constantly criticize myself, and I wasn't, celebrating my success. And I was always, oh my God, I need to lose this. I need to lose a little bit more. And because I was criticizing myself, it created it created negative behaviors. So then I started eating less. Then I started throwing up my food, so it started affecting
How long
me.
you've done that?
It was a short period of time I kind of went through that, but then it came back again later in the future. But back then, I didn't realize about when you go on a calorie deficit, and what that means is when you eat very little, it affects certain hormones, especially a hormone called neuropeptide Y. And when that starts to fluctuate, what happens is we start to crave sugar, and we start to crave fast carbs. So that's why when people start to do competitions on stage and fitness competitions, after they're done, majority of the time you'll see a lot of them go through a phase where they have eating disorders.
For sure.
Because they were on such a low calorie deficit and they didn't know how to get back on track gradually. And then they go and they have all these cheat meals, and then all these hormones start to be, upregulated, and then they are affected, and then they think it's a psychological thing, when most of the time it has to do with the hormones and everything that's happening in our body.
What prompted you to stop throwing up your food at that time?
It's crazy because so I didn't realize how skinny I got. I was a 00 from BB. I know
Double zero?
00.
There's a double zero.
There's a 00. I remember I went to the mall and I was like, oh, I need to buy new clothes because everything is loose now. And then I went to the mall, nothing was fitting me. And I'm like, okay, BB, because I went to Forever 21.
Yeah.
I went to Guess, and then I'm like, BB has the smallest sizes. So I went there and I looked at the jeans and I'm like, something is wrong with me.
Not with the jeans?
So I gotta tell you something, okay? So when I used to work out in the gym, there was a really skinny girl, like Bones, okay? And she would run on the treadmill like crazy, sweating and everything. And we used to be scared at the gym. We're like, oh my God, this girl might hurt herself and fall down. Like you could see her bone is bigger than her thigh. Okay, and I'm like, poor thing, you know what I mean? Like that's not healthy, you know? So anyways, not to judge anyone, but just to give you an idea of what I was thinking back then. So when I went to the mall and I did all this shopping, I didn't realize how skinny I was. So I'm like, oh my God, something is wrong with me. Because I didn't realize how I was much overweight. And then I didn't realize how skinny I was.
You went to extremes.
Yes, so I went through these extremes. So I was sitting there in the gym and I saw her on the treadmill. And that's when it occurred to me. We don't believe what we see. We see what we believe.
Self-image.
So because I was telling myself every day, I'm overweight, I'm overweight, I'm overweight, this is what I saw, even though I was 50 kilo.
So one more time for everyone at home. We don't believe what we see, we believe what we want to believe.
Yeah, we see what we believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whatever you think of yourself is what you're going to see.
So self-image is huge. Dr. Maxwell Maltz, whom I'm using as a reference in my workshops, said that we act consistently with who we believe we are.
Yes, definitely.
So if you see yourself constantly a bit chubby or fat, you act shy or ashamed because you see yourself a bit fat. But if you speak with you or with a sport or with the image consultant, that person will say, wow, you're voluptuous, I love your curves.
Yeah.
So I think that this is a major point from where you start a transformation with a person.
Yeah, so that's
mindset.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh my God, that's when it hit me. And then I remember I was sitting there and this girl was like pushing her clients. She was a kickboxing trainer. She's like, come on, come on. And she's like pushing them and they're doing abs. And I'm like, and I looked up and I saw her and her body, she was just fit and she was just strong and confident and powerful. And I was just attracted to her energy. So I was like, oh, I need to go ask her questions, you know? So I went up there, I started doing abs next to her. I was waiting for her shoes to be done. And I was like, hey, can I ask you some questions? And she's like, yeah. I was like, your body looks amazing. You're like so energetic. You look so strong and fit. I'm like, I've been working out. I lost a lot of weight, but I don't feel like I'm strong because I was doing a lot of cardio. And I was obsessing cardio, running, going on the bike, running. And she's like, girl, okay, what do you want to focus on? I'm like, well, you know, I would like to work out this booty a little bit. Yours look really nice. And she's like, I'm going to show you a couple exercises right now. And then she showed me one exercise. It was a split squat where you elevate the back of your foot onto something and you do it and you split squat. And I did it. The next day I couldn't walk. And I was like, I think there's a lot more to exercising that I need to learn.
And that was a long time ago, I'm sure.
Yeah. I was like around 21 then. But I was working out for years before that when I was young, but I was just doing random stuff, you know?
Speaking of working out, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When is the last time you've worked out in high heels?
Oh, wow. When I was married? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, girl, it's a confidence cafe. Thank you for slipping that in.
But yeah, no, I haven't.
What is your record? What is your personal record at squatting?
I never tried.
Huh?
I never tried to see.
Can we compete?
Compete? Let's do it.
I mean, I am a rookie, 3x rookie.
I'll have to let you win.
La, don't let me win. I want people. Do you think, yes, I can at least hold the same amount of time a squat that Dina?
Probably because I never wear heels, honestly.
Huh?
I'm always wearing sneakers
Maybe
because I'm always on my bicycle or running or working out.
So let me see if we have, I'm going to check your comments to see if you say yes. Lots of people say exciting, yes, go ahead. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So please follow my lead.
Don't embarrass me.
I'm embarrassing myself all the way. So
all right, let's put these chairs to the side.
So at 3, 2, 1, we go into a squat.
Okay.
And we're going to keep on talking.
All right, when I squat, is it okay that I squat with these shorts? All right.
Yeah. I want everyone to see how you look and how everyone can look, Miss 90 kilograms. So at 3, 2, 1, we go into a squat.
Okay.
And then we're going to just chat.
Okay.
And see who...
Oh, so we're going to hold a squat.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to hold. Yeah,
so maybe I should do it to the side a little so then it's not like,
woo. And by the way, you beautiful people on YouTube, I bought this L size jeans because of the pandemic. And I'm looking forward to learn how can I go back to M.
Well, you look amazing. Whatever makes you happy.
So 3, 2.
Okay, hold on a second. So I can, guys, give you a little tip, okay? Because there's 2 ways to do a squat. There's a way to do a squat where you're completely relaxed at the bottom and you're not actually squatting.
Okay, boss.
Okay, this is like a squat.
No, not. Oh, that's a squat too.
No, it's not. That's a cheating squat.
No, the proper one.
You have to hold it. Yeah,
Am I doing it right?
You need to sit back slightly more. There you go.
Oh, I'm already hurting.
Come up. To save your energy.
I can hold it for 3 seconds.
You can do this. You can do it.
I want to do it.
Just mentally hold yourself there.
Oh, this is how you hypnotize people?
No, really.
You can do it?
No, really. Just think of the
If
future.
you were here,
No,
and you
really.
see how she's looking into my eyes, she's like, you can be rich. You can find the husband. You can have 3 kids and no stretch marks. Yes, Andrea, I believe in you. Go, girl.
No, really. Let's look at each other.
Okay.
Think about the future. Think about your goals. Think about everything, and just let yourself go away. Don't be in a I'm squatting, mental state.
Be in a field with flowers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Why not? Let's be in the field of flowers.
Wish me luck.
Ready?
Ready?
Are ready?
Yeah.
Get set?
Yeah.
Go.
And am I good?
Yeah, you can sit a little
Okay.
bit more back.
I have special questions for you. More back. Okay. I want
Yeah.
to do it fair. Questions for you. What's your favorite word?
Love.
What's your least favorite word?
Hate.
What turns you on?
Being blunt, being honest.
Okay. What turns you off?
Liars.
What sound or noise do you love? Ouch.
What sound or love?
What sound or noise do you love?
Birds.
What sound or noise do you hate?
People screaming.
What is your favorite curse word?
Damn. Oh, no. Fuck.
What profession other than this one would you like to attempt? Ah!
What profession?
Yeah, what profession? I'm going down.
Aw, it's okay.
How many seconds was that? 100?
That was nice. I didn't count, but that was amazing.
Yeah, you like
You
it.
did good because I was burning.
I was burning.
I was on fire.
Oh,
so you did really a good job. Man, that was amazing.
Thank you. You're a good sport as usual.
All right. So what was the last question?
Wait, let me recover from the muscle pain.
Okay.
What profession other than this one would you attempt to do?
Nothing else.
Right?
Yeah, I love what I do.
Wow. So if fitness wouldn't exist,
Okay, fitness.
you think you are someone who would do
Well,
makeup? You put makeup.
I love makeup.
You're an artist.
I love it, but health to me is more transformational.
Yeah.
Okay, I love the makeup because it's like when you want to feel glamorous. A lot of women, they compare themselves to all these girls on Instagram with makeup and Photoshop and their hair done, and they're like, oh my God, I'm not glamorous at all. It's like, girl, you just need to learn how to do your makeup according to your features. That's all. You know what I mean? Anyone can be glamorous and get up and do themselves up. So I love to help teach them that, but health to me is very like my heart rate is like, my heart rate. I'm like, whoa, I need to catch your breath. I'm sweating right now. So yeah, fashion, makeup, all that stuff I love. But honestly, the whole health thing to me is like everything. Like I cry when my clients send me voice notes and stuff like that. I get super emotional because they just tell me like, oh my God, I'm playing with my children now. It's amazing. Like I have so much energy. Like it's just completely different. I feel like I'm 10 years younger. And it's like their whole life changes because energy is everything. If we don't have energy, forget about motivation, forget about all that stuff. If we don't have clarity and energy, we won't be able to perform and do anything that we want to work on. So that's why energy to me is the most important thing. You know what I mean? And I know how it feels to not have energy or to be injured or to feel down or to feel sick. And I went through so many different things. It's like I could totally relate. And I'm so happy that I went through all of those things because that allowed me to really learn more and to just approach my coaching just different than the way I used to 10 years ago.
And my last question from this series is, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the gate?
I'm proud of you. You did very well with your life, and you contributed a lot.
Habibi. Awesome. Nutella or broccoli, one or the other?
Nutella or what?
Broccoli.
Broccoli? Maybe a different vegetable, but Nutella's amazing. Nutella on bread. Oh,
So she's like Nutella.
Nutella.
Okay, because she works out.
I used to like broccoli, unless it's like cooked. I don't know. I haven't been a big fan recently.
Protein powder or French chicken or French chicken. Romanian chicken, UAE chicken or fresh chicken. So
Fresh chicken.
fresh chicken. Cardio or weights? One or the other. Pick one. Quickly.
I can't.
I know. That's why I put the question.
I can't.
Cardio or weights?
It depends for what though.
I know. Cardio or weights. Pick one. That's it.
Now it used to be weights. Now I'm obsessed with cardio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Single or in a relationship?
Me now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm single. Hello.
It's not possible. It's illegal. Okay, we're gonna get married at the end of the session. At the end of the session. Fame or wealth?
Fame or wealth?
She's thinking. She's thinking.
Yeah, because you could take advantage of both of them
Yeah.
and become wealthy with your fame,
which one
or
would
you
you
could be famous with your wealth.
For sure.
You know, but with my wealth, I don't know. They're both.
It's like the cardio and the.
It's like they both in hand. You know what I mean?
I know.
But if I was wealthy, I could do whatever I want. I don't care about being really famous. I care about being able to help as many people as I can.
Here we go.
You know what
That's
I mean?
what you tell me every time we speak.
Yeah.
That even though you have problems, when you shoot or you get busy or something happens, like with your account on Instagram, right? You're like, I don't care
Yeah.
because I do this for the people, and
Yeah.
it's very powerful. And that's why, in my eyes, because the world today, luckily, is awakening more and more to
Yeah.
how the food industry has fooled us into sugar, into additives, into
Yeah.
chemicals. And obviously there is a big explosion of people who are conscientious and people who are coaching.
Yeah.
And I watch them on YouTube, I meet them, I know many people. When it comes to female trainers, to me you are on the top, like Burj Khalifa top, because you have this scientific approach. You have the holistic approach, which is gut health, hormones, spirituality, emotions, stories, how you talk to yourself. So there is coaching, spirituality is really 110% holistic. And you breathe it, you ooze it.
Thank you.
And that's why you just get on her program.
Thank you. That's
Or
really nice of you.
No,
Thank you.
that's how I feel when I speak with you.
Thank
And
you. And the reason, I mean, for me, the reason I get very scientific is for me, so I can also help my clients. I really want to get deep into understanding the human body, but also because I feel like when people have that information progressively and not bombard them with so much information and make them feel overwhelmed, but you kind of throw some information here and there and you guide them, that this will motivate them because now they know why that they need to apply certain things.
Of course.
When someone doesn't know why,
have clarity.
and I just thought it would be respectful to only work with women and not have, because I build a real relationship with my girls. So it's not like I'm your coach and do this. It's like I'm your friend and this is what I do and I really want to guide you and help you and be a team together. So I really build a relationship. I just felt like it wouldn't be so nice if I was doing that with men as well. You know what I mean? Come on, let's face it.
Yeah.
Imagine me talking to guys all day long and stuff like that, and bigging them up and motivating them and supporting them and loving them.
I feel natural.
Yeah, I just felt like no need for that when there's so many women in this world, and us women, we connect on another level, female to female. So I just felt like this is something I wanted to do, and I stuck with it. I don't mind working with men, and maybe in the future I'll have programs for couples, but I just felt comfortable. I loved it. I'm like, there's so many women out there that I want to reach out to. But to get back to your question, why did I go there? I totally forgot.
Because I interrupted you because I asked you why not men, but my focus was what are the three main blockages that stops people from exercising and...
Well, one of them is a lot of stress.
I mean...
A lot of stress. Like a lot of women express to me the stress in their relationship, the stress with the kids, the stress, at home and stuff like that. It's hard for them to, when you're stressed out, your body kind of like becomes a little dead sometimes. You know what I mean? And you're just like, I don't want to do anything with my life. You know what I mean? So that's why I talk a lot about stress. And there are many different stressors. A lot of people think stress is just fighting with your partner.
Even
or
noise pollution.
There's emotional stress, there's chemical stress, there's physical stress, and our body is responding the same exact way. So that's why we can be in a very dominant stress lifestyle without even realizing it. Because there's so many different ways our body's responding to it. Our body doesn't know, it knows the difference that if it's chemical or injury, but it's still, the hormones are being released. Exactly, the same way. So that's why it's
Then
very
we get the belly, then we get the cellulite, then we get no energy.
no energy, fatigue,
Okay, so
mental
stress.
clarity.
Number one is stress.
So number one is stress. Um, Another one, why they can't reach their goal?
Yeah. What prevents them? Because they are in good hands.
Not going to the gym. A lot of women, and I'm dealing with a lot of Arabic women that cover up, they don't feel comfortable going to the gym. Most of the gyms are mixed. And when they go to the ladies' gym, maybe they just don't have that good ladies' gym that's around them. So that's why I said, you know what, I want to create a home workout program, because a lot of women, they say they can't make it to the gym. They have children, they're, short on time and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons, because, women, they're always trying to cook, they're clean, they want to take care of the children. They're the,
we make things
the
happen.
caregivers.
We make things happen, yeah.
So that's another one of the reasons. You said 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 3.
Because I know you have the system, and I know
eating disorders.
Okay.
Eating disorders. A lot of people just struggle. A lot of people use food as comfort, and it's just very hard to just be able to switch that.
We eat our emotions, right?
Definitely, because it's like instant, satisfaction. So it's the easiest thing to get addicted to. And when you're eating certain foods, this is the thing. You guys pay attention, yeah?
We are paying attention. Where is my pen?
Because certain foods like sugars and breads and pastas and crackers and biscuits and chocolate and all that stuff, especially foods that have a lot of preservatives, additives, genetically modified foods, these foods become very addictive. Okay? They're stimulating certain hormones in our body. They're releasing certain hormones in our body. They're also feeding the bad bacteria in our gut that are making our bacteria crave these foods even more, because now they're reproducing. We're giving them the food to thrive off of.
So it's a loop.
It's a loop. So then people say, I don't have the willpower, I can't, sometimes it's not the willpower. Sometimes you're just stuck in that freaking loop.
How do we exit?
Slowly switch up the foods with healthier options, because you don't want to go cold turkey. For some people, cold turkey works. For some people, it doesn't. So you might as well switch with the healthy foods. Instead of buying snack bars, you can make nut bars at home. And instead of buying biscuits, make keto biscuits maybe that are not so high in sugar and they're more in fat, so that you can be, full throughout the day and it's not spiking your blood sugar levels as much. Then once your blood sugar is more stabilized, your hormones are more stabilized, and you incorporate that with maybe intermittent fasting a couple days a week, now everything is more balanced. Now you feel not as hungry. You're not craving that food. So you have to keep in mind that majority of the time, it's not about your personality. It's not about willpower.
It's not about my big bones.
It's about, how can I stabilize those hormones? How can I really bring that blood sugar level down so that I don't feel this crash throughout the day? So I don't feel that I'm craving these kind of foods, So
when you look at, I think the most important thing in today's life, because obviously you've stressed on it, is that during the pandemic we are at home.
Yeah.
We are dealing with a heightened stress, and we want to comfort ourselves with an extra tea, with an extra biscuit, an extra piece of pie, extra. And then we look in the mirror and we go into the loop of, now I don't like the body.
Of course, I went through that loop like crazy when I was dealing with my eating disorders, and it's like like a roller coaster of emotions. And it's like, now your entire day is based around how you think about your body, with this, negative connection with food and your body. And everything is all about image and food. And it's just...
A research done by Philips, the company Philips, of course, says that women doubt their beauty and their worth 36 times a day on average.
Yeah.
That research was done in 2017. I hope the numbers have dropped, not increased in 2020. So, because you work with hundreds of women, why is it so difficult for many women to be at home in our temple, in our body? Why is it difficult to love our limbs, our shape, our height?
This could be for many reasons. It can be from maybe the way that they were raised growing up. Maybe they had a mother that was constantly, expressing how she wasn't happy with her body, and mommy can't eat this or mommy can't do that, and mommy needs to, lose some weight and stuff like that. And growing up and seeing that, a lot of the times parents are like, if you're good, I'll give you ice cream. If you're good, I'll give you chocolate.
Rewards.
Yeah. So then they grow up to think, I deserve this. You know what I mean? And then so it could be for so many reasons why that built up. Also, of course, social media plays a huge role. We already know that. Going through Instagram and seeing all these women and seeing all these different bodies and stuff like that. And they're going to, of course, women are going to compare themselves. And why are there so many beautiful women that are so fit and have no cellulite and I do? You know what I mean?
So if I bring another woman here in the cafe in my place, and if she tells you, I want to look like you, but I don't really like my butt, or I don't really like the fact that my legs are a bit short, and there's nothing that you can do about her short legs. How do you invite her to start to have a different relationship with her body image altogether? How do you...
This might sound really corny, but it's the truth, to be honest with you. You have to love yourself before even trying to think of working on yourself in any way. Because I went through this, okay? I worked on myself and I exercised and everything. But if you don't love yourself, no matter how skinny you get, it will never be good enough. You will always criticize yourself because you built up this habit of constantly picking at yourself. You have women that are ripped with six packs, not a dimple on their butt, and they go on stage in bikini, and they still criticize themselves. I wasn't dry enough.
You were there because you were. What competitions did you win exactly?
It was like a fitness thing. It was not bodybuilding or anything. It was fitness, you know? So you have women that are in the tip-top shape, dry and ripped, and still they criticize themselves, okay? So it's like, if you don't really learn to say, you know what, we all come in freaking different sizes. We all look freaking different. And the number one thing also is to not judge others. Because when we judge others is because we judge ourselves.
All the time.
You know what I mean? So it's like, stop looking at people and judging them, because this will allow you to be a little bit more mindful and be aware. More kind to yourself. You know, so be freaking kind to other people and stop looking at them like, why is her butt slimming? Why have something? Why is she wearing that top? You know what I mean?
I've modeled in Dubai for 8 years.
Yeah.
And I was skinny, in a good shape, but not much muscles.
Yeah.
And I was, I think, looking at my best, but feeling as empty and shallow and not feeling good enough, because I was constantly in an environment of other 30, 40 stunningly gorgeous, perfect bodies and women. And, you know, 8, 10 years ago, I had no book on coaching, and no one was telling me, there is something called imposter syndrome. You don't feel enough because of the culture you are coming from.
Yeah.
In Romania, in the small city where I come from, I know my mom is watching, so I'm going to say, hi, mom. Bună, mama.
You must be so proud.
In my city, in Focșani, where I am from, everybody's like, did you see what car? Did you see what that? Did you look at the coat? Look at the shoes? And I learned to constantly compare myself. So even though I was modeling, even though I was the face of Emirates Airlines, even though I was doing all these magazine covers, when I would come home and remove the makeup and the hair, I would see the pimple, I would see the teeth, I would constantly criticize and feel kind of low because anyway. So it's amazing that you were on stage with those top performance fitness instructors, and you were able to realize how even them, in their perfection, they felt not enough. Imagine us in the pandemic with extra cellulite. Hello, how are you doing?
And to go back to what you asked, how to approach it. A lot of women, they come to me and they show me pictures of other women's bodies, and it's okay to be inspired by someone that you kind of have the same body type. That's fine, as long as it's a positive inspiration. You know what I mean? And you're aware of that. But a lot of the times, they look nothing like this person. Their body structure is completely different.
Like this, right?
Completely.
This difference.
And it's like, I want her body. You know what I mean? And
talk to God.
You know? And it's like, you have to keep in mind, you want to be your best self. You want to be the best that you can be. You know what I mean? Healthy and strong. And strong doesn't have to necessarily mean lifting heavy weight. Strong as mobility, endurance, stamina, moving your body, being able to pick things up without feeling like your back hurts and stuff like that. This is what I mean by being strong. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is where we need to create that switch. It's like, great to have goals. Everyone has goals. We all have goals that we want to reach. And there's nothing wrong with that, because if you apply certain things, you can reach those goals. You know what I mean? But what's important in the beginning is to build up that relationship first, and to make sure that you're very aware of how you talk to yourself and how you create this plan of yours in order to better yourself. You know what I mean? And just to be aware of all the thoughts that are happening in your mind, everything that you're expressing out loud, everything that you're expressing to yourself, because every single word,
It's being recorded.
it's being recorded. You know, your brain is like, did, okay.
And because you're constantly giving commands to your subconscious mind.
Exactly.
See, girl, we are completing
Definitely.
each other's phrases.
Yes.
Will you marry me? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is one thing you would like to change about your appearance? Because we spoke so much about I love, I accept, I adore. I can tell you've sculpted and you are sculpting yourself.
Yeah.
Is there something you would like to change?
Yeah, there actually is something I would like to change. Yeah. I'm going to keep it real. You know what I mean? Like I always do. So about 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, something like that, my friend was visiting from Qatar. And she was like, Dina, can you take me to a salon? I said, yeah, no problem. She's like, listen, I want to get my lips done. And I was like, your lips? I'm like, I never knew anything about that stuff. So I'm like, okay, my cousin, she knows about this stuff. Let me call her. And she told us where to go. So anyways, we go there. And it's like a salon. It's not like a clinic. Okay, so you have unprofessional people that are injecting people. They're not even certified. So she gets her lips done, and I'm like, oh my God, they looked really nice. And I'm like, that looks so cool. And it goes away. Like, oh, maybe I should give it a try. So they injected one part of my lip here, one part of my lip here. Okay, and I freaked out. Like my mouth turned into a joker. I had the cutest, most beautiful mouth that suited me. Okay, I had very thin lips, and I have big teeth, but it was perfect because I have a big mouth. You know what I mean? So small lips suits me. That's why God made me that way. So then I flipped out. I started crying. I'm like, no, I don't want it. And they're like, we need to continue. I'm like, no, don't continue. So then a couple of years later, I'm looking at my pictures on Facebook, and I'm like, why does my mouth look like that when I smile? So I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, he felt my lips, and he's like, they put permanent filler inside your lip. I was like, what? So what does that mean? It's permanent? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh. And it was a couple of years later. So they cut my lips open. They tried to squeeze it out. They couldn't. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my God, I don't want it anymore. So I'm stuck with these lips that are not naturally mine. And I always have to go to a doctor and fix it because I never finished it. So they always have to go and try to restore it in the areas that I didn't do it. So I'm like stuck with that. So it's like, you got to be careful. And that's one of the reasons, like, girl, just love yourself, because later in the future, you're going to look back at your probably pictures and say, damn, I was fine. What was I thinking?
You're a sweetheart to share that with us.
Yeah.
And it only shows and highlights the upper confidence that you have in speaking so freely about, you know what? That was too much of a leap, and now I got stuck with it.
Yeah.
And altogether, because we are talking body image transformation, what do you say? What is your personal opinion about a boob, a lift?
Oh, definitely. I got my boobs done twice.
Oh,
yeah, I got my boobs done twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Twice?
So I'll explain very short. I know you, but I know you want to hear a little about this.
All the girls want to hear this.
So when I was 21, when I lost 35 kilo, my
okay.
boobs were naturally huge.
Right.
They were big.
90
I had some big
kilograms.
titties at a young age. Okay, I'm without respect, yani.
Me too.
Okay,
I had a
so
problem.
so I lost all the weight, and it was just flappy. Okay, it was like I had to get them done. They were just like, whoop. And my parents were even supporting it. They're like, you cannot get married unless you do your boobs. I was like, I know, Baba, I know, Mama. So then I got my boobs done. I was scared because the doctor was like, you need to cut the skin. I'm like,
At that time, you were 21.
yeah. And I'm like,
super young. Yeah.
he's like, I don't want to cut the skin. No. I'm like, cut the skin. No, I don't want to do that. And he's like, well, then we're going to have to put big implants. And
I
was
don't
like,
want to do that either.
Yeah, I'm like, well, let's just do the implants for now. So they did the implants, and I had lost the weight, so I was so skinny. My boobs were like this. And I was like, oh my God, my boobs are way too big. And I was like fit, And I just, I looked like I was working at Hooters or something. You know what I mean?
I want that photo.
I actually have it. I wish I actually do have it. I have it. Maybe we can later put it there if you guys want to see.
Yeah.
But so then later, as I got older and more fit and stuff, I was like, I want something that suits my body. You know what I mean? And I went and I got my boobs done. They cut the skin and I put a smaller implant.
Okay.
So these are the final product without a bra. I actually wore a bra with this, but they were just coming out way too much. Like I feel like too revealing right now. Sorry, you guys. But I didn't consider I'll be sitting down.
Speaking of confidence, the epitome of confidence. I give you Dina.
Whatever. You're so cute.
Wow. I mean, there is nothing more confident, more sexy in a woman than confidence itself.
Being yourself.
How
Just be
much-
yourself.
How much your parents have contributed in you being like this?
Of course, they're like, you're amazing, you're the best, I love you, you're number one. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe they don't have that accent, I'm exaggerating. But yeah, I mean, I got it from them as well. My mom is full of energy, you know what I mean? And she's very out there and she talks to everyone. And my dad is like the wise, funny, calm guy. You know, I definitely picked everything up from them, for sure. But they also support everything that I do. And they always tell me, but they don't support me in a way where it's like they give me false hope. You know what I mean? They're honest with everything. And they tell me, you know what, you're smart. You know, you just need to apply this, this, this. You got this. You know what I mean? So they always supported
Are
everything
they a
that I do.
happy couple?
Oh, yeah. Of course they have their moments where they're bickering at each other because they're just totally different.
should be like
But then
that.
they're like 5 minutes later, it's like nothing happened. I'm like, I think you guys need to communicate more instead of ignoring what just happened. But they're like, we love each other, Dina. We've been married for 40 years.
And what are they saying that the fact that you are still single and
My
gloriously?
dad always says, I'm worried about you.
He is?
I'm worried about you, Dina. You're all by yourself. I'm like, Baba, I think I like being by myself a little too much. I really enjoy it. I really don't mind. I'm
Okay.
very happy. You know what I mean? Honestly.
So, the ideal guy, how does he look like for you? Because
How does he look? Personality or looks?
everything,
Looks-wise?
in and out.
Okay, so the thing is, I threw the list away a long time ago.
Oh, you like this?
Yeah. I was like, you know what? Let's throw this list
Why?
away.
Why?
Because I did get with a guy that was everything on the list.
Oh.
And then he turned out to screw me over and stole money from me.
Okay.
Okay, so I was just like, okay, maybe this list isn't the best thing to go by. And maybe I should just start following my heart.
Okay.
Okay, so to keep this short, that's when I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna go by what I think is the perfect person, ideal person to be with me. I'm just gonna keep it open-minded. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And then I did that. That didn't work. It turned out to be complete false.
I need some coffee.
So now I'm like, But really, honestly, when it comes to looks, I mean, obviously the most important thing is to be attracted to the person. And what I realize is that I do have a couple things that I know that I'm attracted to, but surprisingly, I still get attracted to certain guys that I never thought I would. So it's like, you know, I'm attracted, you just don't know what you're attracted to sometimes, you know? Sometimes you see one, you're like, I love a guy with blonde hair, but then you see someone with black hair and you're like, damn, you're kind of cute too. You know what I mean? So it's like, looks is really hard. To me, it's the attraction and the connection, okay? When it comes to personality, I love someone who's funny. I love someone who's so honest, like, doesn't give a shit about feelings, like really honesty. I love someone who's honest.
That's why I said that's why I said that turns you on
It's
earlier.
I love it. Even if he thinks it might hurt me, it doesn't. It doesn't, because I feel like he's being open, he's being real, he's being honest. And this is how I feel like I can trust someone. But when someone is too worried about, oh, she might get upset, oh, she might judge me like this, then I'm like, you know what? I don't like that. You know what I mean? Don't worry about what I think. Be yourself and let me fall in love with you.
So,
And I want you to fall in love with me and my imperfections.
oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So this is like the number one thing to me. And someone who has a drive like me, you know, I love it.
Does he have to be fit like you?
No, he doesn't have to be fit.
But it's not a rule.
No, definitely.
Okay.
Like, I don't even mind a guy had a little belly. I'll rub on that belly.
Because I know.
But
You will rub on
I'll
it
rub on the belly. Yes, I said it. I will make my wishes.
in high heels.
In high heels. Many different ones. I have nice clear ones. No, but
This is gonna be a 2 hours confidence cafe. You're not going anywhere.
But hold on, I was going to say something. But the thing is, I would love to be with someone that I could travel the world with, go hiking, do all these outdoor activities, look at the sunsets on top of the mountain, go to all the different beaches around the world, help the poor people, help animals. I love animals and I love contributing. I love
Contribution
being
is a high.
physically, this is a number one thing for me. So if I found someone who's like on a drive to like, yo, let's make it financial freedom so that we can travel and help others. To me, it's not about I want to make millions because I want to go shopping and buy LV. No, I want to freaking make money and with that money, I want to make it in a way where I'm helping people, but so I can help more people. You know what I mean?
When this image about yourself and about the guy came more and more clearer, is it really because of the experience?
It's because of the experience, definitely. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, I was with a guy that we did connect with, but we never did anything together.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I want someone who's just on the same brain frequency as me. And you know what? What I realized, if I were to give advice of being married and in a relationship before, I was married for what, almost 7 years. The most important thing is to really be clear in the beginning about what you want.
Right.
Be clear about what you want. Be clear about what you know, what makes you happy.
Clear
what
and
you're
honest, both of you.
Clear and honest.
Both of you, yeah.
Both of you, just clear and super honest about what you want in a person, what you would want out of the relationship. You know, how do you see your future in a relationship? How would you want to see your future with that person? And to be clear, to make sure, are you guys on the same?
So first date, like, okay, how do you want the next 10 years to look like? Right? Just ask these questions.
Just, you know, just to get to know each other, but to make sure those questions are involved in the conversations. If you're actually meeting each other to see if this can go somewhere seriously.
With this amount of confidence and this clarity, when you go, if you were to go, you know, in the next few days and on a brand new first date, do you think you would still have some like butterflies and a bit like those feelings, or you would go there to just discover the person and show yourself? Do you think now, because you've been dating and you've been married, you would go into
the thing is, I haven't been dating ever since.
Oh, okay.
I maybe met a couple of guys, but then it was just like, no, I don't waste my time. You know what I mean? If I'm really not vibing immediately with someone, honestly, you can tell with the energy how the conversation is going. Let's be honest. The older you get, I'm 36 years old right now.
The conversation is vibing. I'm telling you, we're sure
you're
gonna
it
see
needs to vibe. You know what I mean? Honestly, it needs to be like, all right, you know, we're here. You know, but I'd get butterflies if I maybe know a little bit about this person, and I'm like, oh my God, okay, maybe this thing, you know, I see this, me and this guy clicking like that. I can see we have a lot in common. Of course, I'll have butterflies. If I don't know the person, not at all. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I'm not the type of person where I'm like, I'm 36 years old and I have no children. What am I gonna do?
Oh my God, me
midlife
too,
crisis.
Me too.
I am not like that. I'm like, you know what? Everything will happen the way it needs to happen. Okay? If I don't get married, I don't get married. If I don't have children, I don't have children. You know what I mean? If I don't get in a relationship in the next couple of years, that's fine.
Okay. So most of our girlfriends are in the bracket of 32, 38, 40.
Yeah.
And because we live in this high-paced and amazing city that I know we both love Dubai, there are more women who have more concerns about being single and not even looking, they are not even closer to getting into a relationship. So how did you got to this comfort level of saying, que sera, sera, whatever will be? Like,
I've always kind of been like that, though. I never felt that I needed to be in a relationship. I've been living alone since I was 15. I graduated high school at a young age. My parents got me an apartment and everything. So a lot of the time I was always by myself. I never really dated growing up till I was maybe 20 something, you know what I mean? So, and then I was only in one relationship. And then I came to Dubai, I was only in 2 relationships. So I never really dated in my life. It's not like I have this full experience. But I do have a lot of experience from those relationships. I tried to look back and learn from everything, but I was alone a lot of the times. And I'm fine with that. And that taught me so much. That taught me really to love myself, to love my life, and to be okay with everything. And to know that it doesn't need to be the way people map everything out to be. It would be great to live your life with someone. Don't get me wrong. It would be great. If I meet someone, oh, that's amazing. But if not, it's also amazing.
What people at home can't really feel, because they are not right next to you in so much proximity, is that you really ooze these feelings. And I think that when we truly become our own reservoir, our own fountain of love, we become so much more magnetic.
And just so happy. You feel like nothing can affect you. Honestly. Like, I've been kind of screwed up, you know? People kind of screwed me up in my relationships, but that didn't affect me. That will never change the person who I am. I'm a happy person. I love life. I love myself. I will never let a bad relationship or someone that did me wrong ever change that. Or ever make me turn into a bitter person that all men are bad and all men are this. And no. This is, you meant to go through it. This was a part of your journey. That was a phase that you went through. And you're going to go on to your next phase.
You always say, okay, so if you follow Dina, you will see, first of all, number one, that she feeds all the cats of the world. Like, if there's a cat, Dina fed her. There is no way you will meet a cat, at least in Dubai, that doesn't know Dina. That's clear. So, because of her compassionate heart. And then she shoots a lot, and sometimes she shares with us her favorite audience, me. Oh my gosh, I lost the footage. I shot and the mic wasn't on. And she keeps on saying to herself first, because she needs it, and to us, okay, what's good about this? What's good about this? And I love that.
How can I learn from this? Yeah.
Where did you pick this?
I picked that up from my ex-husband. My ex-husband is a coach, an amazing coach. This
guy was on the show.
No, he's really good at what he does, even though we're not together no more. But I'm being honest. He's a great coach, and he mentored me a lot in our relationship. That's why I say, you know what, it was meant for us to be together. It was meant to be go through that phase, because he taught me so much. I never read books before. I never listened to audiobooks. Never. It took him 2 years. He used to sit in the car with me and put the audiobook on, and he's like hoping that I would listen. You know what I mean? And then just gradually he got me into it, and that really changed my life. Amazing. So I used to always pick at myself and always say, I'm not a good speaker. I'm not good in front of the camera. I'm not good at this. I used to be one of those people. And he's like, you're doing it right now. You know what I mean? He used to tell me and put me on the spot.
Amazing.
So he was one of my main mentors in my life that helped me create that switch.
Commercial break. Guys, if you even think of getting close to confidence, have a gratitude heart, have a huge heart. How amazing are you to speak like this about someone who, I mean, most women, many women, maybe it happened to me. For sure it happened to me. He was like this and like that, and I didn't like. And no, now I also resonate with what you're saying. Now I am able to point out what I got from my ex. I'm also talking with one of my ex, and we are joking now.
Yeah.
And I think it's so beautiful because we holding hands as if going to hike a mountain.
Yeah.
For like a year, 2 years, 7 days, and we were good buddies. And then we reached that top mountain.
Yeah.
That summit, we fulfilled the mission that we didn't know we had.
Yeah.
And now coming down, we go separate ways. We do it with elegance.
Yes.
We do it with grace.
Yeah. And I always appreciate everything that I go through in life. God made me go through that to learn from it. Why am I going to be negative about it? Okay, you experience some things that are a bit heartbroken, but I will always pay attention to the things the good parts of it. You know what I mean? Why? Usually you'll have 100 things that someone did good for you, but that one thing that hurt you or that's negative, people point it out. And that's what they go by, and that's how they judge that person. You know what I mean? It's like, no, there were many beautiful things in that relationship, and I learned so much, and that's what I'll be thankful for.
I just want to say that I'm sorry I asked you what is confidence, because now I'm learning that towards the end of this interview that you are confidence. You are it.
You know, the thing is, like I said, be yourself. Just be yourself. That's what I learned. When we try to think, oh my God, try to be perfect.
To me, being yourself, and you are doing this for people because you are sculpting their bodies and their minds. To me, being yourself is finding what you have to escape, what conditionings, what mold you have to break through to let the true self emerge.
For an example, really short, because I know we have a break. So, for an example, I started doing videos in Arabic.
Yes.
And I haven't spoke Arabic since I was maybe 15, 14. And no one taught me Arabic. I learned it on my own. I used to write what people would say and say, what does that mean? And write it. And I don't know how to read or write it, okay? So the thing is, what one person would think is, oh my God, I'm not good at Arabic. I don't know, my grammar's bad. I don't know how to say certain words. How am I going to do a video? I'm not confident. Because confidence is, if you look at the word, what is it? If you're good at something and you feel like, you know what, I'm ready to do it, I'm good at it, that's when you feel confident. When you're good at something, you're confident. You're in your comfort zone. Once you're out of your comfort zone and you feel like you're inexperienced, that's when you don't have confidence. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what, who cares? Like I said, be yourself. I talk in the video, I say, listen, I'm not good at Arabic. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm not good at grammar. And when I'm talking, if I don't know the word, I'm like, listen, I don't know what that word means, to be honest with you. But I'm going to try to share as much as I can because that's what matters. And this is what I mean. Just be yourself. When we feel like, I'm not good at this, you don't have to be the best. You just have to share what you know, and that's all that matters. Just be yourself. When we think we have to be more than what we are, that's when we become insecure.
Wow. This is the first time when the team from Fat Cat Media, who is helping us stream right now, they are like just paying attention,
No.
taking lots of mental notes. There are lots of comments here on YouTube, and
Are they?
Yes, yeah, and we thank you
Oh,
guys.
wow.
Someone says, Stefan, he says, Dina, I'm not a lady, obviously, Stefan, but I need an advice.
Yeah.
I work in the office and I sit a lot.
Okay.
Over 5 years, I built up few tight issues, hips, neck, lower back. Please advise how to get my mobility back.
Okay.
Given his lifestyle that he
There are certain stretching and mobility routines that we would have to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, especially with what I'm wearing right now, wouldn't be right. So you know what? I will share a mobility and stretching routine with you guys that are great for lower back and all that stuff. And I can share it with you. You can send it to him so he can have it, and maybe we can share it with everyone.
Okay.
But it's like a certain routine that you can do that are very important for your back, for your piriformis muscle in your butt. This affects your lower back. Even like this one exercise that you do here, where you push your neck.
Like this?
I look pretty funny, right?
Me too. Yeah.
So you push your neck and then you let go. And then you
What
push
will
your
this
neck.
do to your spine?
Most of the time we're sitting like this.
Right.
We're on our phone, so we're on the computer. So we want to reverse that. But it won't get reversed just by doing it a couple times. You got to do it like 30 repetitions, say 3 times a day. So on your breaks, you do it. And after a month is when you really start to see a little bit change.
Right.
Yes. But also you want to incorporate like certain exercises because muscles is what control bones. So that's why it's super important to work out and to make sure that you're doing resistance training, you're activating those muscles properly, you're creating that muscle balance, because that's how you'll be able to fix any type of posture deviation that you're dealing with. And majority of the time when you're sitting down, we get posture deviation, the hunch back, the neck forward, you know, the sway back. So that's why it's like a combination of things. I don't want to give you like some random stuff, you know, but it's just realizing that these are really important, especially when you sit down a lot. So
is there anything you don't know about fitness?
what he could do if he's sitting down a lot, just go do a cat stretch. You can Google it right now. Cat stretch in between, just go down, do a cat stretch, release your back, and do this for your neck, just for now to keep it quick. But I'll share some videos with you guys.
I've studied yoga in 2019, just 200 hours of yoga, and I've learned that the more we break the fascia and we condition the muscles, we really condition our mind. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Definitely. So this is the reason why I love training, because I feel like really the way it stimulates everything in our body, the way it wakes our brain up, our breathing, everything, we're more alive. And in order to really achieve results, to really see your muscles change, your body change, your posture and all of that, you need to be disciplined. You need to be consistent. You know, you need to really be on it, right? So this will start to influence every other area in your life. Because what happens is when you're consistent and you start to see results, this will motivate you to continue, right? But also it will make you realize I always need to be consistent with everything that I do in life, because that's how I'm really going to see results.
Because the way you do one thing is the way you do everything.
Exactly. So that's why it's like, that's why you want to apply that kind of energy. You want to apply that kind of mindset with everything. But training is a great way to do that. And some people say, I'm not motivated. You will get motivated once you start. Once you start to feel your body feels better. You're awake. Your heart is beating. You know what I mean? You're sweating. You're breathing better. You're more alive. That's what will give you the motivation, because it will wake you up and make you realize, I feel good now.
It's still the pandemic. We still don't know what's happening in the world. Many people lost their job. The stress is high. I'm on the couch. The couch is comfortable. I'm watching Confidence Cafe with Dina. And I'm like, yeah, girl, you look hot. Great interview. Yay. But I'm eating my chips. And you know what? I don't feel like I can't even go to exercise. How do we get them to do 5 minutes of stretching? How do we get them to do a bit of movement? Because I've been there. At the beginning of the quarantine, beginning of April, I was numb. It was my way to react to stress. And then I learned to say, you know what? I'm scared, I'm stressed, I'm going to give myself some time. And then I remembered, if I don't move, the spiral is going to go lower and lower and lower. I knew that this much. So I said, I'll just walk 10 minutes.
I was just about to say that. So everyone is a little different. Some people, if they have a program, they're like, they love it because they don't want to think. They're like, listen, if I have a coach that's just going to tell me what I need to do, this is perfect, because then I know that I'm doing everything correctly. Some people, they're afraid, they're like, I don't want to do something and I don't know what I'm doing and I'm not doing it right and I'm just wasting my time. So it's not really motivating for them. So everyone is a little different. But when you wake up in the morning, you drink water, put instrumental music. I love instrumental music.
Okay.
Okay, I put instrumentals. I Google different instrumentals. I like rap music, you know what I mean? So especially when I'm doing my exercise, so I look for rap instrumentals, trap instrumentals, you know, motivational instrumentals like from movies and stuff. When you listen to it and it's like, it just gets you, it's like, da-na-na-na-na, you know, and the music and everything. And you visualize your future. You visualize yourself. You put yourself into such a deep emotion. Okay? And you move your body connected with that emotion. And you think about your future. Really, if you let go down that food right now, and you didn't change anything in your life, but you woke up in the morning, you had your coffee, you had your water, and you go for a little jog, a little walking fast, you listen to the instrumentals, and you think, if I did this 5 days a week for the next month, how am I going to change? How's my energy levels going to change? How's it going to make me feel? How's my body going to change? And if I do that for 3 months, for 6 months, for 5 years, for 10 years. Now, what happens if I don't make any changes right now? Because most of the time people say they're going to change next month. They're going to change after this project is done. After their, you know, whatever that they're going through is done, right? But it always keeps continuing. And then a year later, you're watching everyone else get fit. You're watching everyone else do your thing, and you're making the same excuses. So it's really get yourself into such a deep emotion that if you don't, nothing is going to change. But if you do, just apply one small thing, that will open your doors forever, because that's what happened to me. When I was overweight, all I did was go outside for a run.
For how long?
I ran for 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And I said, fuck, oh my God, I can't even run. So I started walking. Okay. And this is what changed my life. Because then I was like, I'm not going to go to the gym. I don't know what to do.
Right.
I don't know how to use these machines. You know, I didn't go work out in years. And now I was like insecure. Before I wasn't. But now that I'm aware of my body and I saw how I looked and all that stuff, it was a story I'll share with you later. You know, then I was just like, man, I don't want to go to the gym. You know, and I'm kind of a perfectionist before. I'm like, oh, if I'm not good at something, I don't want people to see me do it. You know? And just by walking outside, I started to feel good. Then I started to jog and walk. Then that built up the confidence for me to go to the park, and I started doing exercises there, sit-ups, kickbacks, squats and stuff.
In the park?
In the park. And then eventually, I moved to a new place. They had a gym close by. I said, you know what? I don't care. I feel amazing. I'm going to go to the gym. I just started looking at people. I started copying them. I started making friends. I started asking people, oh, how do you do this exercise, this and that? And that's how I got started. Who would have thought I would have been where I am today? Just from taking a freaking walk outside.
You know what you just did? You filled me up with so much more energy and hope, because I have the perfectionism.
Yeah.
And I'm working also on something I told you on the phone, and I'm like, ah. And you said you said so many powerful things, but personally to me, you said, Andreea, you know what? I wanted to create a 90 days transformational program for people at home. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to help more Arabic women, but I wasn't speaking Arabic. And I told them, Yani, شوي taki شوي عربية. I will start slowly. I came out clean. I said,
yes,
I will start slowly. Larry King, when he did his first live, he was shaking.
Yeah.
And the first things that he said live, it's in his book. He said, hello everyone, you know, good evening, the city or America, wherever he was. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to give my best. So he put himself in a position of, this is who I am, I'm going to give it my best. Look.
Oh my God.
Goosebumps. And you're saying the same. Yeah. I don't speak Arabic, but I want to serve the Arabic segment, the Arabic ladies. I will push myself. So you don't know, but you start. So if you're at home now during the pandemic, and if you touch the, you know, you like me, you bought bigger jeans, or you touch the cellulite, or you feel sluggerish, watch what Dina said once again, and watch it once again, and watch it once again. Put that music, and take care of yourself, because honestly, if you don't put left next to right and right next to left, and if you don't move it, if you don't put the music, who will?
Yeah, really. And you know what? Just keep in mind, no matter what goal it is that you're trying to reach, if you just put a little tiny bit of effort every single day, you're not going to lose anything but grow as a person and learn from it as well. Little, no matter what it is. that's what makes a person confident also, is by putting in that time to learn more, to invest more, to grow as a person. This is what helps us become confident as well, you know what I mean? But when we stay in our comfort zone and we don't want to do anything and we don't want to make no move, any move is better than no move.
Any move is better than no move,
Really?
for sure.
Yeah.
So in closing, I did have some advice for you around confidence, but you know what? I'm sure you would agree with me that Dina filled your hearts. We have to pick someone from the comments.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There is here people saying explosion of confidence, utter honesty. This is great. Karen Gabriel says, Andreea, I believe in you. I think she meant in the competition right at the beginning. Yeah, I'm so happy I lost to you. So we want to give you lucky viewers who are commenting here on YouTube a seat into her program, 90-day program. So because you can't see them, give me a number from 1 to 5.
3.
School of Manners. The School of Manners is Andreea Ștefănescu. So Andreea Ștefănescu, you won a 90-day transformational program with Dina.
Yay!
Andreea was on the show last week. She is a highly regarded etiquette and manners coach based here in Dubai.
Yeah. Wow, that's
So
amazing.
our soul sister.
That's cool. Yes.
How was it to be in the Confidence Cafe?
I love it. This is amazing. I'm so glad that you're doing this.
Thank you.
Yeah, really. Dubai
Thank you.
needs something also like this as well. And
Yeah.
who better to do this than you?
Thank you.
Really, honestly.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I'm calling you back if you have time.
I will make time, girl.
In all honesty, she told me a few days ago, Andreea, I'm shooting, I'm working, I'm taking care of my clients. I don't have time. I said, please. Okay. So thank you for making the time because you are honest and I want to be honest about everything. Whatever you are doing, just listen to Dina again. Watch her on Instagram, Dina TV _Dubai.
And if anyone
Dina's
has any,
TV _Dubai.
and if you have any questions, honestly, you just shoot me a message. I honestly go through all of my messages. I am on Instagram, not to take pictures and post. I sometimes got to do that because I don't have nothing to post. But but honestly, it's because I want to engage with people. You know, I use my Instagram, I use that platform to learn from people, to share what I'm learning, and to really communicate with all of you. So if there's anything that you would like to ask me, feel free and be honest, and I'll do whatever I can to be able to be there for you and help you.
So they can join your 90 days program. Yep. They can follow you on Instagram on Dina's TV _Dubai.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And on my YouTube as well, I have some videos there showing how to perform some exercises so people can also have an idea of how my program looks like and stuff. But the program is not just a home workout program. It is a home workout program, but it's also included nutritional videos, mindset videos, live streams every week. So it's a full coaching program where you're receiving everything and learning exactly how to apply everything for your body type and your goals.
I don't know how to say thank you, except thank you. And just send you my gratitude. Thank you for being here. Guys, this is why I created Confidence Cafe, to bring the best people in my life that ooze so much confidence, so much power, to give you that dose of caffeine and confidence that definitely all of us need today more than ever. Thank you for tuning in. Reach out to Dina. She will answer all your questions. She will definitely boost your energy and your confidence, as you have noticed. And we are meeting Friday at 9 p.m. for yet another session of Confidence Cafe. Thank you for being here.
Bye, guys.